First things first, say moi. Then you add half gallon of whole milk. Two cans of evaporated milk. And 2 cans of condensed milk. And you put the lime in the coconut and mix it all up. Take a little bit of milk out from the pot and then put in 9 to 11 rounded tablespoons of cornstarch. You'll thicken it and then you'll make it thinner with the rum. Mix in each one at a time. Once it's well mixed, pour it in with the rest of the milk and stir that up as well. Alright, then you need 9 egg yolks, and you can separate them by tilting the yolk from one side of the shell to the other. Blend them all up and then pour it in with the milk. Add a heaping 1/3 cup of sugar. I'm doing that because I put 2 cans of the condensed milk. If you could just use 1 can of condensed milk, put a 1/2 cup of sugar and then stir it in. Then you gotta slow cook it, and I mean very slow cook it until it starts to thicken up. Once you see the first boiling bubbles, then you know it's ready. It can take up to an hour. So after stirring constantly for a very long time, you will notice that it gets really thick. It's even hard to stir. You know when it's done when you see the first bubbles popping. Set it aside to cool for several hours. If you want to cover it, use a towel or anything that won't pick up the condensation and drip the water inside. Once it's cooled, you can remove the towel and you will see that a custard has formed on the top. Remove it with something flat because it's going to be hard. You can see that it comes up pretty easily, and you want to take it all off and save it because it's really sweet and delicious. La nata makes a delicious dessert. Now you're ready for the last steps. Add 1 teaspoon vanilla extract and stir it in. I'm adding in a new ingredient to mine, several drops of clove oil. Give it a little bit more spice. And now, finally, to help thin it out, and to mix everything better, we add the rum. I'm using a combination of regular white rum and spiced white rum. Remember, Ronponche is meant to be served cold, so if you stir it and it still kind of falls in chunks, you need to add more rum. So keep stirring it until it's nice and smooth and all the rum is evenly mixed in. Well, looks pretty good. I would add a bit more, but I already used all the rum, and I don't want to put too much. You can tell it's perfectly mixed in when it moves around, so silky and smooth. Then you'll be done. Now for the last and most painstaking step of all. Because sometimes parts might cook a little more than usual, or the cornstarch might bunch up, you're going to have to strain it through a funnel into the desired container. I'm using a milk gallon now because there's quite a lot. You can also use the empty rum bottle. So using a soup later, pour it through and fill it up. The process can be a little messy, so try not to lose any of it. Once the process is done, you've got a good batch full, put it in the fridge and it'll thicken up and serve cold. Enjoy. Ronponche de Abuelita. Once chilled and ready to serve, it should come out like silk. Super smooth and delicious. El Ronponche de Abuelita. Salud.